Good morning. It is Sunday, August 20th, 2023. Welcome to the stock market weekend review. All right, let me go into YouTube to double check everything. It should be fine. I think I get the hang of things and make sure that everything runs properly without having to check, but it's always worth spending 30 seconds to do this. And it looking, yeah, there you go. Once again, I don't understand why OBS does this or Thinkorswim. I'm glad I checked. Okay, let's resize everything to make sure it fits what is on the screen. I think that should do it. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't play around with the setting on my computer because I hate to have to resize everything, but seems like I have to do it. All right, now that it's done, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about TLT and get that out of the way. TLT is skirting down here. Can we see the low of 91.85? It's all possible, which is not that far away. I'm not concerned. Sure, does it stink that it just couldn't support 98? Yeah, I'd be lying to say that I didn't enjoy the 5% drubbing over the past 2 or 3 weeks, right? But I think if you have, excuse me, 1 month horizon, you should be all right. Okay, I don't feel, I wrote out some puts to September 8th, so 2 or 3 weeks out. I have puts, and some of the puts that I wrote last week, I wrote some 94 spread and some 93 spread. Net, it was a small positive because I wrote 3 times more spread of 93.90 compared to 94.91. I closed the 94.91 early on Friday when it was higher, right? During the day, in the early part of Friday, at one point it was over 94. So yeah, I took that opportunity and not worry for the rest of the day. I closed it out. I even closed some on Thursday. Yes, I did. I closed both on Thursday and Friday. I have put spread on 2 different accounts. I closed them out, and then I was not worried about the 93. Sure, I was watching TLT all day, but I was pretty confident that those 93.90 should be fine, and they were fine. Did I write some more spread Thursday and Friday? The answer is yes. I saw a bunch more. Where? 92.89, some as low as 91.588. Yeah, so it's fine. Just had to deal with it for now, right? All right, jump to QQQ. All right, QQQ. That was a decent reversal, but does that mean that it's done going down? I don't think so. Okay, if you follow me the last 2 weeks, I mentioned that the 50 MA looked quite dangerous, right? And of course it gave, and then I talk about the ref low, this area right here. It was resistant, breakout, retest, and then that test, it does not look bad right here on the reversal late in the day Friday, but that could be just short covering. People take the win for the week. Does that mean that they can resume shorting on Monday, right? So to me, down here, right, we got you see this 100 moving average rising, coincide with the channel, right? I like that. Okay, so look at this channel down, channel breakout, and then you have the channel up, right? So now you need the channel low. So if you want to buy the dip on the QQQ, I would say that's your spot. I'm going to set an alert right at 350, okay? Set create alert. I'll just do it right above 350. Let's say buy the dip right there. Okay, so at 350, if that alert go off, I might outright buy some QQQ, because at that point it basically at the level where it negate just about everyone that bought the past 3 months. Okay, it took back all the gain for the past 3 months, right? So yeah, I like that. Okay, I like that trade. I think a lot of the chart that we will look today will look very similar in that they all, same thing. See, with the SPY, not exactly the same as you had that breakout, check back into the 20, right? Support, it ride the 20 fail, trying to get back, resistant. Okay, so now the path of least resistance down here. If you want to buy the SPY, I think once again I'm gonna set an alarm below. Okay, buy the dip. Okay, so that's near the 100 MA. Same thing. It basically wiped out everyone since early June. If we get there, okay. So at this point, everyone that bought in the first week of June is now either at the best break even. The Dow, of course, is it was the strongest of the three 2 weeks ago, right? And guess what? It give the 20. It take out the 20. It take out the 50, and same thing. The 100 is waiting. See, so that's why I'm saying, doesn't matter what chart I look at today, it's gonna look very similar across the spectrum. And once again, if you want to fill the gap, right? That it's not a random area that the Dow came down. Same thing. If you want to buy DIA down here, not a bad spot, right? Ideally, I would say the 200, because then it kind of line up with that ref low area, okay, in that zone where it bounced well, it had strong support. So if should there is a bigger correction, then you want to do the 200 MA for DIA, okay? The same thing can be said with QQQ, okay? I'm not saying that this downdraft is going to be done here, all right? Can it go down here? Sound crazy, but it can happen. Nothing is impossible. And once again, this is a good area here with strong support, okay? Last time it came up here, it's a battle for over a month in this area before it take off. So if it come down here, and it would be ugly, because if they come down to the 200-day moving average, guess what? I mean that basically everyone that bought since April, at best even. That's a lot to give back, okay? Can you imagine giving back everything since April? Yeah. All right, let's take a look at a bunch of tech stock. Oof. Okay, this is ugly. Tesla, ugly. Can't get any uglier than this. Well, it can. Well, it came down. It filled the gap. I thought the gap fill was not gonna hold. Not surprised. I thought for sure the 100 is gonna hold. It did not. Unbelievable. 2 weeks ago, I wrote some put spread, 215, 210, and boy, That was very close. I was watching it. Sure, the last 15 minutes, I'm just like, I think I'm okay, and I was okay, but still, to think that to sell a put spread at 215, 210 2 weeks ago was plenty of safety zone, right? To see Tesla add another 10% down, that was crazy. Okay, what an ugly week for Tesla. Um, should it stop here? Let's see. It's a key spot, right? Key spot. Resistant, resistant. Okay, this breakout was neck breaking kind of move, right? You got 177 to 258. Okay, that's a huge kind of like a 35%, 40% move, and of course then become a 50% move when it go from below, well, if you want to count 160, 155 down here, almost a double. That is insane. It's a double in 3 months. All right, so yeah, we get back half, right? If you want to do a fib, I think, well, you can do, like I said, if you want to do a fib, I try to not draw the fib because it just make the chart even messier, but you can see why. Now, is this downtrend potentially is going to be the line of support? It can, but I'm more inclined to say if you want to buy the dip in Tesla, wait until 196, okay? Wait. Let's take a look at Apple. Yeah, that was the line in the sand that did not hold. All right, so down we go. Now, I bought the dip, 5 share, nothing huge, okay? Because I wasn't sure if this is gonna hold. So yes, I bought 5 share in the 177 zone. I put that order in before, at the start of this breakdown right here. And I said to myself, if it's not gonna hold, that's fine. 5 share, not a big deal. Same thing here. Okay, I think you're gonna set them. Don't bother set an alarm because if Apple, I don't need to set an alarm because if Apple was tanking, it would be headline news everywhere, and I don't need to be alert that it's dropping. Okay, because it's a big stock trade, it will be flashing on every website from CNBC to Fox Business News. So I don't need to alert there. It will show. Um, but yeah, no need, no rush. Okay, no rush. There's a gap fill. Okay, it's a gap fill right here. 166. In fact, I'm gonna put an alert. Oh, I said I was not gonna do an alert, but I think I will. Buy the dip. Yes, because I don't. This is asking a lot. Okay, it's asking a lot to see Apple down to the 200-day moving average. Not that it can't happen. If they come down here into the low 160s, once again, it means that everyone that bought since late March is at best even at best. So it's ugly. Okay, it's ugly. Okay, but it's. I think there could be a strong support at the 170 level. All right, so just gotta watch. Can Would I come in there and add? Yeah, I would. See, it's at that area. All right, this has been an area where there was a resistance and then there's support. Okay, so yeah, I like. Okay, I don't hate Apple here. I hate Apple up here. Okay, when Apple was up here, sure, did I miss the ride? Absolutely, but the right thing to do was to not buy at 198, 177, 10% lower. It's still not low enough, right? So no worry there. Amazon, that was ugly as well, but less ugly than the other, but it is at key support once again. Last time it was here was back in, well, it touched April. It touched it violate barely, it touched again. Now, does it mean that it's gonna be immune from going down further? No. Okay, we'll see. You know, like I said, if the Nasdaq, the, it does not fill the gap yet. Okay, there's a gap fill here at 129.84. Okay, so let's put an alert. Create alert. 129.84. Fill the gap. Buy the dip. There you go. So if that alert go off, I might. Once again, I did sell some put spread last week at 132, 129. That was the spread I had. I sold a couple, and it looked kind of in danger zone for a while. At one point, Friday, I think it dipped below that. Let me take a look. Yeah, at the opening, it didn't look pretty, but then, you know, once it started to make this move, by midday, I'm like, okay, I can feel okay, you know. But yeah, it was not an easy Friday for me because a lot of my position was in danger zone. I had to sit there and watch until, you know, the last 15 minutes of the market to say, okay, I'm out of danger. All right, let's take a look at Meta. Oh, that was ugly. Okay, Meta got the ugly stick too. They all did. Okay, same thing here, right? The 100 MA, I think that's the spot. I trim a lot. Okay, I trim a lot on this move. Well, first of all, the first time that I trimmed Meta in a long time was here on this move. And I trim again, and then I trim here. I trim here. I add back a little bit. I add back a little bit here and here. But I refrained from adding last week when I saw this breakdown, right? So would I add at 266? I think so. I'm gonna put an alert. Add. Buy back what I trim above. Yeah, I might bring back. There's a couple spots I think, you know, if you want to take a look at, let's see, where else can it, where can it go? Is there something here that give you a different, you know, outside of the gap fill, right, down here at 214? It better hold here. There's not a whole lot of yeah, it's not, yeah, it has been a crazy run, right? I mean, this was impressive. What Meta did over the past 1 year is impressive. To go from 88, 90, yeah, it's a triple. Come on, people. Okay, it was a great run. If anyone bought Meta below 100, congratulations, you had an amazing run, amazing. So it's not unheard of to give back some. Okay, it's not. It's it would be silly to expect anything less. All right. So all right, we done. We done with tech. I think so. One more. Let's move to chips. Okay. Oof, chip. Nvidia. I did not add. I would consider adding down in the 400-ish range. Okay. So if I see 400, yeah, I would. If it come down to the 368, to me, that would be a sweet spot to buy. Okay, because that's the low of the gap up day, and that line up pretty much very close to the 100 MA, and earning is coming out this week, I believe, right? So no need to get ahead. Okay, Nvidia had an amazing run after this gap up. I don't know where it's gonna go. Okay, but if I were to sell put spread into earning, it's gonna have to be below the 100-day moving average. It would have to be something like a 360, 350 kind of spread, right? At the least, I want ref low, a couple of ref low, okay, is my defense, as well as, moving average, all that stuff. I want, can I see this thing fill the gap? That would be a tall task. Nothing is impossible, okay? All gap are usually filled at one point or another down the road. So it's nothing impossible. It could be a year down the road, who knows, right? But still, right, at this moment, I don't see a fill the gap down here for NVIDIA, but I do see a potential test of the 100-day moving average because it lined up with the support that people's gonna look for as far as the gap up there. So we'll see. Other chip, ugly. Qualcomm, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, okay. Fill the gap. For those that follow me in the chat group, I say fill the gap, it's going low. I'm not touching it. Would I touch it down here at the 104, the other gap? Yeah. Would I sell put spread down here? Yes. Would I sell 103, 100? The answer is yes. I did that for this Friday. I'm glad I stayed out of this mess up here. Texas Instrument, I did sell some put spread that expired Friday, and that was good. I sold 157.5. I did sell a 162.5 as well, put spread. So I don't hate it here. Okay, for those that follow me, I hate Texas Instrument. The last time I saw a bear put spread was on this move. Of course, I closed it a little bit early, but I made money. I done 5 bear spread now on Texas Instrument over the last 5 times that it reached the 180 nonsense. Okay, so yeah, and I switched over to doing a bull put spread the last 2 weeks, and that has been okay. I don't hate it down here. Okay, I don't hate it down there. AMD, that was ugly too. I'm glad I stayed out of. I was selling AMD put spread in down here in the 104 100 range, okay, and last week I stayed out of it. Since a week ago, I said I don't like it. Okay, once I see it testing this, I'm like, I think I'm gonna stay out. I don't want, because I was selling 105, 101, 104, 100 kind of put spread, and I'm glad I did, because I think I would have sweat bullets if I selling 105. That would be too close for comfort. Would I buy the share outright? Would I buy the share outright at 100? Possibly. Okay, to me, okay, I'm looking at this support, right? I kind of like it, right? For sure, down here, all right, be a no-brainer at 91, 92, right? No-brainer. But that might be worth buying the dip right here, just below 100, yeah? We'll see. Keep your eyes on it. Let's see, MU. Is that the area of support here, right? Look, bounce, bounce, almost there, right? So if you want to buy the dip on MU, I won't hate it, okay? I don't hate it. Sure, can it overshoot and touch the 200-day moving average? Yeah, but the 200-day moving average for some stock mean very little. See, this is not, like I said, sometimes it doesn't mean a heck of a lot, okay? It can mean something as far as, if it overshoot this support. Yeah, I think buying it at 60.8-ish might not be a bad idea, because it's kind of lined up with the ref low right here, right? So yeah, I think you can. I think that's not a bad spot to buy. But one of the things that you got to be careful is when something drop out of a channel, right? assuming that this is the channel we talk about. When it drop out of the channel, it better, you don't want to stay outside the channel too long, because one is stay outside the channel, then you can look at a different channel low, right? A different direction. Right now there's an up channel, which is nice, but when it fell out of the channel, be careful. Okay, you don't want it to stay out of the channel for more than a week or two, and then it turn into a down channel. So for me, would I buy the dip? I think now that I think about it, I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I want to see confirmation that it can get back into the channel should it fall out of the channel, right? So yeah, that's the play on that. SMH, I did the bear spread up here, which was a winner. And once again, I closed it out way too early, but that's all right. If you want to go long, I also went bull put spread on the SMH last week. I was selling 140, 137 put spread, and that was a money maker. If you want to go long at 141 channel low, yeah, that might be the spot to nibble, right? But like I said, I like SMH here. Okay, I don't hate it here, especially if it get down to the channel low, the 100-day moving average support. In fact, I'm gonna set myself an alert. Come on. Channel low, buy the dip. I'm gonna set my alarm right at the 100 MA. Okay, right there. I'm liking that right there. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look at drug. Eli Lilly. I did not trim more. I had a stop. I put in a stop for some of the share. Okay, and for now it's fine. Where's my stop? 533.78, the low of this day. Okay, and it got pretty close on Friday. It came down to 533.9. So yeah, I have a stop on some of the share, not all of the share, but it's too much gains here to ignore. Okay, so I don't mind trimming right there. Looking good here, right? I did not add any more, but depend on how it behaves here, I might add more. I figured it was a good thing that it fell below support and then bounced back in there. So it's in that zone, okay? Anything, to me, if it can hang around here, I like it. I like it, okay? BIIB. Let's do FV first. FV. I've been saying it's time to go. Nothing to be too excited here, okay? Nothing. I wouldn't touch it. J&J, I said it was time to go for the past couple of weeks. Once it made this big move, I said it's time to go. And then there was a sell-off, and then there was a crazy reversal. Now, this was unexpected, but you get the gift. If you bought here, or if you didn't sell here, and then you have multiple, you literally have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the last 10 days, it had given you a chance to get out at that level. So if you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. It's been very clear. Sellers are coming in at that level, right? You can see it. Biogen, I've been talking about how I don't like it, right? And I don't like it. I don't like it. It's flirting with disaster here, okay? To me, I don't like it, okay? I'm not touching it. Gilead, same thing, okay? I don't like it. I don't like Gilead. I think it's flirting with disaster. If this alert go off, then I look to sell put spread below. Okay, it's been a long time since I'm in Gilead, but I don't like it here. Amgen, crazy move. Why? Wow. Yeah, I'm out. I don't have anything, and I would not touch it here. No, not touching it here. Not touching it here. It's resemble a lot like that FV chart. Okay, it pop. It's going sideways. What's the catalyst to move it higher? I don't know. I don't know what the catalyst is. But then again, when we're talking about big pharma and biotech, the catalyst is of course drug approval, all that. So that's not in my realm of chance of holding here. Okay, Pfizer, there's life. Okay, at least it's going sideways. I have been saying for many months now. It's not worth buying. It's not worth adding, and it's not worth selling. Okay, it's give it time. JSK. I'm watching. If it drop into the zone, if I see it into the gray box, you know I'm adding. Okay, so for now, that's the play. That's the play. The other speculative play, CRISPR. I have 20 shares. Nothing huge. Okay, nothing huge. Would I add more? I would, if I see stabilization. But yeah, I like it here. I don't hate it here. My average is, I believe, just below 49 is my average because I start to buy here. Okay, I bought like 50.4 and I add, of course, at 49. I add at 48. So yeah, my average is just below 49, which is fine. Nothing huge. Okay, I have 20 share. Can I take it to 25 share? Yeah, no biggie. Okay, let's move on to other healthcare. ELV, I've been saying for since July, right? Time to go. I'm not touching it. There's no reason to touch it. When did alert go off? Okay, if I see the alert at 450.96 go off, then I would consider doing something with this, and that something might be selling a put spread, say 430, 425, something like that. But for now, I'm staying out of it. Okay. UNH, similar thing here. I've been saying for a month. When it was flirting with this channel high, I said time to go. You get a whole month to get out in the 505 range, 506, even 510. All right, you get many chances. If you ignore that, then yeah. Same thing here. I'm gonna put an alert right here near the gap fill. Gap fill. Sell spread. Okay, so yeah, until it gets to that point, then I will consider selling spread. And where would I sell? More likely 460, 455 down here. Yeah. Humana, same thing. Okay, you get your chance. This have more. I like Humana a lot more back in July, right? And then that was a nice move. Everyone's out, I hope. Same thing here. There's a lot of room to fall, okay, for Humana. Cigna, what an ugly chart, right? Yeah. I've been saying it's time to go on Cigna as well, and well, it's here. It's here, it's now, okay? It's at the key support here. It bounced. It's good, okay? The fact that it ripped down and bounced on the 100, and then once again, check, test, hold, bounce. So I don't hate it here, but I don't need to be in it either. Okay, if I was to play with this, we'll see. Would I consider buying back into Cigna? Maybe. I don't hate it here. I hate it less than ELV or UNH or Humana. I hate it less. Okay, so DGX came right down to support. I bought some. I did not buy back everything that I trimmed way back here. Okay, I trimmed half of my position in June and July, and I bought back some, and I will keep adding down here. To me, 132 and below, no brainer, right? No brainer to add down here. Once again, DGX, like Pfizer, is gonna lap the COVID tests starting next quarter. They don't have to, have the ugly comp. There was an ugly comp for a long time for DGX and LH because of all the COVID testing. Okay, but like LH, I don't hate it here. I'd rather buy DGX at 132. Yeah, DGX exploded with COVID testing, right? Look, see, COVID. This is COVID here. This is all COVID, and of course, COVID testing was still going on, right? In 2022, less and less and less, and then now it's almost like non-existent, right? So they still have to deal with this area. This was tough in 2022 because, of course, the decline in testing, but there's still residual testing in 2022, and that is gone. Okay, to me, it's over. It's done with. Okay, it's back into growth mode, excluding COVID testing. China, Baba, okay, Baba, Alibaba. I saw a bunch of put spread last week. 89 was the highest, and then I have 88, 87, 86. I closed out the 89. Okay, I closed out the 89 early. Thankfully, sure, I lost money there. I also closed out the 88 on Friday before the close, and but I do like it here. Okay, I think selling spread down here at the gap fill, right? If I want to sell, I did sell some spread for this Friday, 84, 81 down here using the gap fill. But I do like Baba down here. China weakness, yes, China weakness, which lead into, of course, Starbucks. Starbucks came right down to support. That was ugly, but it came down, and I was looking to buy. I had an order in at the ref low. Okay, the ref low was 95.55. I had an order in at 95.55. It never got down there that low. It got down as low as 95.79. Yeah, but I'm gonna leave that buy order down there to add. Okay, so I like it. Okay, it's China weakness. Whenever we have weak econ data, you get the dump in Starbucks. Yes, China recovery is weak, but it is silly to even worry about that, with Starbucks, because guess what? Prior to the beginning of the summer, China was closed, lockdown. Okay, so it's opening. So comp in Starbucks will still be good, even with the slower recovery. Okay, when Starbucks was here, going back to 2022, well, guess what? China was not even open yet. So no, I like on many, from fundamental, revenue, earning, and then China economy, I like Starbucks. I'm not worried. Okay, not worried. Bros, ugly move here. Okay, not a surprise. Okay, if you want exposure here, it can stomach the volatility. I'm waiting to add or sell more put spread. Okay, so that's let's edit this gray zone. Okay, to me, yeah. I had a stop in, and of course it didn't get there. It you know, when it's stock make this big move like this, yeah, that did not happen. I had the stop set up here. Okay, after this day right here, yeah, up to this day, I set a stop using the low of day on this one, which was 32.78. And then when it opened down here, yeah, well, that's the end of that stop, right? So I hate that. I hate it when something gap below the stop and there's nothing you can do. But I would look to add. Okay, like I said, it's one of those stock where I don't have a lot. I just have 100 shares. I done well with the put spread down there, even naked put. So if it keep on coming down, I'd be selling naked put like in the 27. Let's take a look at the staple. Pepsi came down. I bought a few share. Okay, I bought a few share. I like this right here. I bought a few share. I sold a few put spread. I like it. Okay, I have not liked Pepsi for a long time. I have not owned Pepsi share outright for a long time, but I am back. Okay, yeah, I like this. Okay, this strong support. Now, of course, can it break? Of course. Okay, nothing is unbreakable. I'm not sure why I have an alert here, but I do. Is it because of a like small gap fill? No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I have that alert set there. Not sure. I'm sure it was done long before, but the reason escaped my mind right now as far as why I set the alert there. Would I add? Yeah, if I see it going sideways, small, okay, small, because I think if this failed, where else would it go, right? Of course, then you're talking about 169, okay? If this failed up here, then down here, because you have the ref low, right? Lining up with this, what is this pink line? Let's pan out 3 to see what that is. Okay, it's kind of like a support, right? Because it bounced 1, 2. I like the green line more. Okay, that's a channel. Okay, because that channel has been pretty clear on channel high, channel low, channel high, break out, get back, right? Channel low. Yeah, so yeah, I like that green line much more as a point of entry. So yeah, I like Pepsi here. Coke, key support here, but not yet in the zone that I like to buy. You know me, I see 60, I buy. Okay, 60, yeah. Below 60, 59, oh yeah. I don't mind buying 59 and below. That has worked out very well many times over the past 9 months. Okay, sure. Can we go something crazy like 54? Yeah. But if Coke go down here, you bet your dollar that the market is down a lot more. McDonald's, it's at the zone to buy the dip. Okay, so for those that want McDonald's, this was it. Okay, this was it. I like McDonald's. I had an order in to buy, but it didn't go low enough. I had the order in just below. I was looking for the overshoot. Okay, my order was at 279. Yes, that of course a little bit too low. I set an alert. See, the alert here is 280.22, and it never got that. It just missed it. Just missed it. And so if that alert go off, then I know that it's gonna be testing the 200-day. So yeah, I like McDonald's here. Okay. If you want to buy McDonald's, this is the first area that you should be consider buying. You should definitely ignore up here, as I warned for 3 months. It's time to go, right? No need to be there. CMG, I don't like CMG at all, okay? Not here. It's flirting with the gap fill, okay? Yeah, it's flirting, okay? It's flirting with the gap fill. So to me, it's gonna, if it fill the gap, I don't know, okay? To me, does it mean it's gonna fill the gap and bounce? I don't know, okay? But be careful, be careful. To me, if you want to buy on Chipotle, down here, the 200-day moving average, okay, is a better spot to buy. This stock, gosh, what a move, okay? What a move. But if you want to buy at the gap fill, good luck to that, right? It might not be a bad spot. It might not see the 200-day moving average, but to me, I just don't like the action. All right, let's take a look at, let's see what else. How about the banks? Oh my goodness, the banks. KRE. I sold put spread last week, 44.5, 44. This week, this coming Friday, I sold 43.40. And where would I buy the share outright? Down here, okay, 43-ish, I would. That's why I sold the put spread 43.40. The break even would be like 42.67, something like that. Yeah, it will come down. You can't have bond rate going higher and the regional banks are a-okay with that. They're not a-okay with that, okay? Schwab, SCHW. It filled the gap, okay? It filled the gap. So if you want to buy the dip, you can, but I think I'm gonna set an alert right here. Okay, I'm gonna set an alert. I did not buy yet. Okay, buy the dip. Why? To me, that was the ref high, breakout, check back, pop. So that can be the support area. Okay, right now it's kind of like in the middle of like a no man's land, right? So I don't see any clear direction, but to me, there, and of course, if you get there, if this alert go off, I can either buy a few share outright and or do a put spread 55, 52 below, because I think owning Schwab in the mid 50s is not a bad idea. Okay, not a bad idea. You know, anyone that bought Schwab in the 55-ish level, sure, you had to weather the storm down to even 48, but the reward could be great. Bank of America, I got stopped out up here. Okay, I set my stop up here on not all the shares, on a chunk of my share. I'm not buying. I'm back until somewhere down here. Okay, it's getting close to the gray zone, and I will buy. Goldman Sachs. I start to nibble. Why? I'm looking at the ref low here. I'm like, yeah, okay. I did sell spread too. Down here, I sold spread like 315, even 305, 300. I was selling. There was so much fear last week that even those was getting 15 cents kind of thing. But to me, down here, fill the gap, 320. Okay, I bought just I think 10 share total over the last couple of days. Nothing big, but I would double down here at 321, 320. Okay, so yeah, I have an order in already to buy at the gap fill for another 10 share, And then of course if that order go off, then I'll be selling more put spread below, like 305, 300 kind of put spread. Okay, I like Goldman Sachs. JPM, whew, take out the 20, take out the 50. If you want to buy JPM, down here, okay, this was resistant, okay, this zone, okay, you can call it a zone. Once again, let's do a drawing, okay, let's do a drawing. Drawing. Okay, in the gray area, the 100-day moving average, yeah, that's the spot. Okay, if you get anywhere in that zone, in the gray zone, buy the dip on JPM. Okay, if you didn't sell up here, not sure what you're doing. If you didn't set your stop at the 20 MA, your loss. Okay, your loss. Abbott, it's at well, like I said, would I add Abbott down here at the 101? Yes, but for now, right now, no. Okay, I don't have a lot, but down here I will. I trim, of course, on this big move. I did not. I bought a little bit down here. Okay, but I did not buy everything. I trim up there. So Abbott. Oh God. Okay, this one was one that I said stay out, and I hope people stay out. Okay, I wish I shorted at the right duration because I would have done very well, but nope. I bought the put 1 week too early, expired too early, and I would not touch it here. Okay, can this thing come down to fill the gap? Absolutely. Okay, if you want to go long, I would say down here at the channel low. Okay, down there, 268-ish. Yeah, you can go down there. I don't like this at all. If you believe in the diet drug that Novo Nordisk, Eli Lilly, even Pfizer are doing, it cannot be good for ISRG. They are the worst, okay? EW, ugly, okay? I have not had, okay? It's the action on the Met device has been so ugly. All right, I gotta go. I got a phone call here.